Hey guys, Jazzy here and welcome back to Liatris. Today we are going to unlock the Island Designer app and all the permits in less than a day. And this is a continuation to my previous video, which I'll link down below or somewhere on the screen. And again, as I mentioned from a previous video, this video is not for those who are just starting the game because I want you guys to enjoy Animal Crossing the way it's designed. But if you're stuck with your island rating, let me know which tip worked for you because I'd really love to know. Also, just a heads up, there are a lot of spoilers in this video, so I do apologize ahead of time. This is mainly because we will be, or I will be, showing you guys what I did in each day that I time traveled to. And with that, yes, we are going to do a lot of time traveling. So if you're against it, honey, baby, this is not the video for you. Feel free to opt out and, let me know how you would unlock terraforming in less than a day without time skipping. But anywho, with all that said and done, I think we can start the game. Okay, so before we actually proceed, there's some requirement. Well, I wouldn't say requirements, but there's no other word best to describe it. But yeah, there are some requirements I need you guys to have. So first is to have Animal Crossing friends. So if you don't have your real life friends playing the game, don't worry because there are a lot of Animal Crossing groups on Facebook or Discord which you can be a part of, and all the members in that group are very generous and very helpful. Like, I'm gonna list the groups that I'm part of. You guys are free to join, but again, follow the rules. Don't be rude, okay? But all of the members there are like very, very kind. I just can't say anything bad about the Animal Crossing community. So, if again you don't have friends, ask the members of the group to help you out on this because I did suggest that before you restart your game, have your golden tools or any other tools, fruits, bells, whatnot, transferred onto Filbert. You're distracting me. Transfer to a different island in the interim because we'll need that back. So again, have your friends, grab your tools, and bring it back to you later on. Second, I feel bad. Oh my god, baby. Second, it's best for you guys to start your island during the summertime because the whole process of unlocking the designer app will require us to have a lot of insects and fishies. So yeah, during the summertime there are a lot of bugs to catch easily. So yeah, that's basically the reason why I suggest for you to do that, and that's why my grass is greener than from where I have started off. So I think that's it. So I swear, we'll start. Okay, so here we are with day one. There isn't really much to do, but we need to head over to Tom Nook's tent because we need to learn how to create the net and the fishing rod because we will need to collect 5 fish and 5 bugs to give to Tom Nook so that he'd call up Blathers, invite him over, and we'll have him on the next day. But of course, Tom Nook would ask us to find the location for Blather's tent, which we will do. Initially, I wanted to place it on the beach, but I don't have enough space, so I just placed it beside the residential service. So once you're done, you're free to move on to the next day, but I suggest that you stay and get some miles and as many as you could so you can pay off your bill. I did this by using the camera app, editing a preloaded design, and changing my passport title and all that stuff. And you can actually check what you can unlock using your duck phone. Maybe you might find duplicated fish or bugs. I recommend that you just keep them for the meantime and place them on the ground so you can sell it to CJ or Flick at a higher price. I was able to get 5,000 miles just by clearing up the island from all the clutter selling off items that I don't really need, and catching all creatures that I see. So after I went to Tom Nook's tent, I talked to him, pay off my bill, and of course I talked to him again so I could upgrade my tent to a house for storage purposes. And then I moved on to the next day. Here we are on day number 2, and Liatris is finally here. Also, the airport is open, so we can now invite our friends over. So ask them to bring you extra golden tools, non-native fruits, plant tons of flowers, donate materials, especially 30 iron nuggets, spear bells, and whatnot, and add them up using the Best Friends app on your Nook phone so that they can help you clean up your island from all the weeds and excess trees. Lastly, ask them nicely to leave you all the materials that they get from the cleanup, because you will need it later. You also need to do your chores every single time you time travel to the next day to help you get those miles for your designer permits. So you will need to shake trees, dig up fossils, hit all 6 rocks, water flowers, talk to your villagers, go to the Nook stop for the bonus miles, and lastly, clear off the first 5 Nook Miles Plus tasks. After doing all the mundane tasks, head over to Liatris' tent and donate 15 different species to upgrade to the museum. You will also be asked to gather materials to build the shop. Timmy will require you to find 30 wood, softwood, hardwood, and 30 iron nuggets, so hopefully your friends did donate some, otherwise you will need to source it out yourself. Once you have given him the materials, you can now place the shop wherever you want. Moving on to the next day, the museum and Nook's Cranny is open. We need to head over to the shop so we can meet Mabel. Afterwards, go to Tom and he will ask you to build a bridge and help him prepare the houses of 3 new villagers moving into the island. You will need to craft and submit the interior and exterior items for their fully furnished homes. Once you've done that, Tom will autofill the plots with random villagers. You will be rewarded with 50 fences, and I recommend that you use it all straight away. From day 4 to day 6, say hello to your new villagers. You'll also learn how to customize your item, and you will be given 50 customization kits by Tom Nook himself. And lastly, there will be an announcement that the residential services will be closed the next day. There isn't really much to do, but make sure that you are doing your chores from day 4 to 6. Day 7 is also chore day, but check your island for visitors like Leaf or Mabel, and once you've done your chores, you can skip on to the next day. Now, if you have Mabel on your island, make sure that you talk and buy stuff from her, because we will need her to give us the tailored construction kit to plot the location of the Able Sister shop. We need this done to get a 3-star island rating. And here we are with the new residential services building, and this is where we'll meet Isabel for the first time in the game, and that's it. But of course, the most important thing about this day is, well, to do your chores and to build the campsite. After the morning announcements, make sure that you talk to Tom Nook about his grand plan called Project K. And the initial step to completion is for us to have more residents or more visitors coming into the island. That's why we need a campsite. So we will be tasked to create and find a location for the campsite, and once you're done with that and your chores, you can skip to the next day. You will need to invite your first campsite visitor as a resident of your island, because the game won't progress if you don't. So whoever it is, you don't have any choice. So once you do invite them, Tom will give you their construction kit so you can plot their home. Tom and Isabel will let you know about the 5-star system to rank your island, and knowing the feedback of the residents will let you know what your island needs to improve on. The first thing that you'll need to do is to increase the population of your island, and it's easy to clear because you just need to tell Tom that you'd like to sell some land. You will be charged 10,000 bells for it though, but whenever a villager moves in, you will be rewarded with 1,000 miles, so it's a win-win kind of thing. You can now travel to Mystery Islands to hunt for the villager that you like, but just a recommendation, we are trying to clear this thing off in less than a day, so just invite whoever shows up first. Yeah, I spoke too soon. No, yeah, just do you. Once you have 7 to 10 villagers, you just basically have to do what Isabel tells you to do. So she'll ask you to plant more flowers, more trees, add another bridge or incline, add more items on your island, and that's basically it. Once you followed everything she said, you should have a 3-star island rating. And that's it. We're almost done. We just need to wait for KK to hold his concert, which is basically on the next day, so we'll just skip to that. Everybody's here, gathered with KK singing Welcome Horizons, and of course I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but after his concert, Tom will meet us up outside our house and we'll transfer the Island Designer app to our Nook phone, and there you go. You now have the Island Designer app and you can terraform away and design your island the way you want it to be. But of course, we're not just finished yet. So if you've been doing your chores diligently, you should be able to have a ton of miles by now. And if my math serves me right, you should have 28,300 miles to cover all permits available at the Nook stop. If you are missing out on a mile or two, don't worry because I got you. There's an article down below at the description box which you could check, and this will show you some tasks you could do which will reward you miles. And there you go, you have reached the end of this video, and I really appreciate that you did watch up until this point. And I'm very hopeful that this video helped you be more confident about restarting your island, especially if you're not really happy about, your island setup anymore. If you have any questions or something isn't really working right for you, let me know by commenting down below, and I'll be more than happy to help you out, really. And lastly, I would really appreciate the support here, guys, so please do subscribe to this channel. And if you like this video, please don't forget to click the like button if you want me to do more Animal Crossing related videos. And that's it. This is where I'll end this video, so I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!